Regret can be a heavy weight, a relentless whisper of if only. We replay moments, wishing we could rewrite the script of our past. But what we often forget is that regret has no power to change what happened. It can only guide who we become. Every choice, every mistake, every missed opportunity has carved you into who you are now. It taught you resilience. It shaped your compassion. It deepened your wisdom. Living without regret isn't about denying mistakes or pretending life is perfect. It's about embracing the lessons hidden within the pain. It's understanding that your past didn't break you. It built you. The moments you wish you could erase were often the ones that taught you the most. They pushed you to grow, to reflect, to rise. Release regret, not by forgetting, but by transforming it.
It's like I missed a shot. It's like I dropped the ball. Damn, I'm sorry. It's like I'm on stage and I forgot the words.
I just finished a very important phone call. When I tell you I was so nervous, not just nervous because this is going to be a life-changing opportunity, but I was also nervous because right now we have so many things going on in my apartment building. We have the fire inspector that is here. Not only is the fire inspector here, but they're also running tests on the alarm system. We then have a renovations construction team here, and to add insult to injury, we have 1,000 people at the pool. So when I tell you I have been nervous about the sound quality, however, we have a solution. In fact, I would like to thank JOYROOM for sponsoring today's video. So guys, JOYROOM is an electronics company. They reached out to me and they wanted me to test out their earbuds. I have had these earbuds for approximately 24 hours, and so I was able to do somewhat of a test drive before my really important phone call, and they did not disappoint. They were easy to pair. I simply pressed one button and I was able to connect everything to my phone. I'm actually able to hear from any direction, but more importantly, the person on the other end did not hear anything that was going on with me, and that is because of the superb noise canceling technology. These earbuds are perfect for my corporate baddie, my corporate bombshells, especially if you want to wear your earbuds at work. But guys, I am going to strongly encourage that you guys head over to JOYROOM, purchase your earbuds today. I'm going to make sure that I leave all of the details in the description box below. Once again, I would like to thank JOYROOM for sponsoring today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and on to the vlog. All right, girls, this is the dancing wig, as y'all called it in the last vlog. This is the wig that I washed, and you guys see me dancing off of Glorilla and Young Dolph, the mashup. But anyway, so I did these curls off camera, but girl, look at how soft and fluffy and pillowy these curls are. So you guys already know what the magic potion is. I use this 10-in-1 hair serum. I love it. It's coconut oil. I got this from Ross. I be telling y'all about this all the time. I need to try to find something similar to this so I can link it for you guys. But anyway, so if you want to get these soft, sexy, gorgeous, juicy, fluffy bombshell curls, then keep on watching. Literally just took a little bit of this and put it on the hair. And you guys know the rest. Y'all seen me use this 1,000 times. I like this stuff because it feels like it has some type of like hairspray or something built into it, and the curls just last. So yeah, girl. But I was watching this lady. She is a therapist, and girl, she was talking about be careful about, you know, people who give you like really extravagant gifts when you first meet them. And she was saying extravagant stuff like expensive jewelry, cars, you know. She was saying because a lot of times people, that's like the ultimate love bomb type of situation. And she was also saying how a lot of times people who are in a position to give you really extravagant gifts early on, you know, sometimes they're into this lifestyle that you should, you know, you need to be careful about. You don't want people to drag you into this life of crime or whatever. But there are some girls that, you know, they meet guys, and, you know, guys take them shopping on the first date. And I ain't talking just no little kiki around the house. I'm talking about big time shopping or whatever. For me, I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I would be kind of scared, because I don't want anyone to think that I owe them anything, because ain't nothing happening. And so I would rather a guy not, you know, spend money like that right away, because if he's looking for an investment on his return, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? We're not gonna be down to the mattress doing the mattress mumbo. That's not happening over here, babe. But anyway, girl, so I had always kind of felt like that. I've always felt like that was just a manipulation tactic, or just a way for them to gain control, you know, or throw it in your face. But I'm gonna be honest, it's some girls out here, even if a guy does go all out for them and do nice things for them when they first meet or whatever, they are able to be like, okay, you can have your stuff back. It's not that big of a deal, because it's not like the guy's introducing them to a lifestyle that they're not used to. You know, that'd be my biggest thing. Like, I don't want nobody to be like, when I met you, the only place you went to was Galveston. I do like the fact that I have had my own experiences, and I haven't had to worry about no man say that, you know, he took me out of my mama's house, or I didn't have anything when he met me. Oh, girl. Oh, no, ma'am. You know, y'all, I just be trying to, like, give you girls the game or whatever, you know, to my young bombshells, or, you know, the girlies who don't have, like, a lot of dating experience. You know, my mom gave me the game as much as she could. And I think for the most part, you know, I did okay with dating. But, you know, shit, sometimes in relationships you get comfortable, or you don't want to, like, if you're anything like me, like, I didn't necessarily like to argue in my relationship. And so when you're not a confrontational person, unfortunately, you end up kind of putting up with a little bit more, you know, than you should. Now, while I'm still not confrontational, I'm not about to argue with you, you know. I'm not doing none of that. What I am gonna do is leave, and y'all know that. Like, the best advice I can give is just like, you start dealing with somebody who tries to make you feel away or throw stuff in your face, girl, just leave. You know, like, I just think, like, sometimes people need to know that you will walk away. This guy, he was talking about how men would treat women better if the woman just walked away the first time the guy was disrespectful. But honestly, girls, the best negotiating position you can be in is the one where you're willing to walk away. And that's in dealing with cars, whatever, salary, any type of negotiation. And especially if you have something else to leverage. Just keep moving. I'm going to say, just based off of my own experience and my own research, girls, if you are out here dating and you are just dating and you are not exclusive, please try to date a few guys at a time. Don't just be exclusive, because the thing that I've learned just being out here, or when I was dating, is like, you will meet some guys and they're going to do everything that is done in a relationship. You know, they're going to date you, take you out, do the things, say the things. But if you don't get a formal conversation and say if you guys don't have a discussion and there's no formal conversation about wanting to be exclusive, then you need to keep dating, because men will take you out, do nice things for you. They'll show up, they'll do all of the things, but if there is no conversation about y'all being exclusive, being one-on-one, then don't assume that his actions, just because he's demonstrating those actions, don't assume that's you guys are exclusive. I know a lot of girls who kind of messed up, you know, they just assumed that they were in a relationship. And they're like, we do the relationship things and I feel like I'm his girlfriend. But I'm like, did you guys have the conversation? And they like, no. The other thing that I learned just in the dating process is like, if you gotta question if somebody is interested in you or if someone likes you, doubt means don't. And if there is any doubt there, when it comes to this dating thing, girls, you know if the guy is really, really, really interested in you. Doubt means don't. So if there is any doubt, like, I just don't know if this guy likes me, I'm not really sure, then don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't move forward, and for God's sake, don't even have the conversation. Girl, if you got a question, like if you got to be like, do you like me? Then the answer is no. You should not have to question if someone likes you. I assure you, girls, you're gonna know. Like, some of the nicest guys, y'all, that I've ever met in my life have been guy co-workers. Just platonic co-working relationships. But, you know, I understand, like, it's nice. It's easy to be nice to someone that you just see 8 hours a day or whatever, but I just would always wonder, like, golly, these are some really nice guys. Like, I wonder, you know, how he treats his wife or his girlfriend, or you know, I would always wonder that, because girl, they would be so nice. I'm gonna be honest, that's what kind of gave me hope. Like, working with really, really successful Black men and just really, really successful men overall, I used to be like, damn, like, these guys are successful. They not flirting at work. Y'all, that would always be my biggest thing that I would observe. Like, these guys, they can be nice to you at work and still keep it professional, never crossing the line, never flirting, any of that. And that speaks volumes. And I'm gonna be honest, girl, I would always think to myself, like, man, like, yo, girl, your wife should be like, if she could just be a fly on the wall and watch how they carry them, watch how these guys carry themselves at work and even work events. I would think, like, your wife or your girlfriend would be so freaking proud. Like, I'm telling you, like, y'all, I know we have a lot of conversation about men, the men's, girl. But guys, to my bombshells that are in relationships and stuff, y'all, it's some really, really good guys out here. It really is. It's some good guys out here. And they can recognize that a woman is gorgeous and beautiful. And that's it. They have a lot of self-control. It's like, okay, yeah, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. They may not ever say that. I mean, men gonna be men, they're gonna look. Just like women, girl, we be looking too, but we just a little bit more strategic in how we look. But for the most part, you're not, it's like, it's some really respectful guys out here. Like, they don't cross the line. Even in situations where they may be able to get away with it, they don't. And this is just my, you know, from my experience working with a lot of men in male-dominated environments. And also for the short amount of time I drove Uber. Now, granted, I did drive a lot of business guys, but girl, them business men, especially the ones that I would meet, the traveling guys, baby, they be, I guess they just be so focused on getting to a convention or getting back from their hotel. I'm sorry, leaving a convention, getting back to their hotel. Like, they would be very nice and very complimentary, but baby, them men did not play no games. It wasn't no damn flirting. It wasn't no, let me get your number. It wasn't none of that, girl. Them men did not play. And so I know a lot of women be like, all men cheat. All men cheat. But I'm gonna be honest, I can't particularly say that, because I've been in situations where men could have easily cheated. Well, not with me. They could have tried, but they wouldn't have been successful with me. But I'm just saying, I've been in situations where, you know, they could have, I will just say this, they could have said some inappropriate things, but they didn't. And then too, again, it could be the way that I carry myself. I'm gonna be honest. I'm fun and I'm bubbly, but I carry myself a certain way. And you know, I think maybe because I carry myself a certain way, they know not to cross the line. Just from my observation, there are guys out here that don't play about their relationship. I met a guy one time, and me, him, and another coworker, we all went to college together. And my coworker called me, and he was like, "Yeah, I seen Lewis out or whatever." And then I was just like, "Okay, y'all, by the way, girl, Lewis is fine as hell. Girl, this dude is fine." But anyway, I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Well, did y'all hang out and have drinks?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, why?" He was like, "Because Lewis don't cheat." Baby, y'all, this dude said Lewis don't be down to the thing cheating, girl. And the guy, the co-worker, he was a cheater. I think him and his wife, girl, I think they was just together for finances or whatever. But anyway, he was like, "Yeah, Lewis don't be cheating." And so cheaters want to hang with cheaters. Cheaters don't want to hang out with men that's going to hold them accountable. Or, men that's going to be able to have dirt on them. They want to be able to have dirt on each other. What did he say? We see each other. Girl, y'all, they doing some nasty stuff in the pool. Oh, they doing some nasty stuff, girl. All right, guys. Welcome to season 3, episode 2 of Down to the Pool. We're gonna call this episode Sensual Sexual Seduction. It's almost 12 midnight and they should not be in the pool. That's number 1. Oh, girl, and they all snuggling. Oh, girl, she got her legs wrapped around his waist, girl. I know that's right. Girl, they is getting frisky and spicy, girl. Ooh, look at them. Girl, we got a front row seat to the shenanigans, girl. So this is my thing. I just hate the way that this pool is set up, because you really, if you're gonna do anything in the pool that's like, doing some nasty stuff down to the pool, understand that the way that this complex is made, pretty much more than 70% of the people who live here are gonna be able to see what y'all doing. Girl, and not them acting like they on Blue Lagoon. Oh, girl, they is cutting up. You hear me? Girl, she keep jumping. Girl, she keep jumping all on him and stuff. Girl, they is in love, girl. What's that song Usher say? I wanna make love in this club. In this club. Girl, they making love down to the pool, girl. Y'all should have been out of the pool at 10. But you know what? I ain't gonna give them too much, because the bottom line is this: maybe it's a new relationship. And y'all know how things be down to the new relationship, girl. Y'all be all over each other. It be a whole lot of funnication going on. Funnication and very little conversation. That's oh Lord. Okay, you know what? Girl, my virgin eyes can't take this. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is gonna conclude season 3, episode 2 of Down to the Pool. All right, girls, let's chat. So, I was listening to this guy and he was talking about how you need to literally be delusional for things to really happen in your life. And I 100% believe that. He was saying he got laid off in June. And when he got laid off, he didn't know, basically what he was going to do. He was saying how he would be on LinkedIn and Indeed, and on LinkedIn, he would be seeing people talk about how tough the job market was. And he was saying that it wasn't until he combined delusion with his faith that things started to open. And not only did he land a 6-figure job, like in the high 6 figures, he had several job offers offering him in the high 6 figures. And so I 100% believe that. That's the theory that I've always kind of went off of. I think sometimes along the way you get scared, and I think like when we start to get scared, we kind of lose our faith a little bit sometimes. I can honestly say, I can't say that I've lost my faith, but what I can say is like sometimes I just be thinking like, damn, things you know, like this situation is so crazy. Like, how am I gonna get out of this? And then sometimes it just feels impossible, but guys, it's not impossible. You know, there are so many things that I want for myself and that I envision my life to be. And, you know, sometimes I think like I'm not even dreaming big enough and I still feel like it's impossible, but it's not. You absolutely have to be delusional. If you are a content creator and, you know, you want to land your first 4-figure or 5-figure deal, you know, you just know that that could happen. And then you don't have to even, it doesn't even have to be a situation where you're like, oh my God, I don't have enough subscribers. Anything can happen. You know, you just have to, like, y'all ever heard that saying, dream the impossible dream? God is not on a budget. Y'all, I met a lady last night and she was telling me, you know, about her history and, you know, what made her move to Houston and stuff like that. And she was just telling me that she is not, you know, where she used to be financially. And she literally was just talking about how she regretted, you know, like overspending and, you know, going on vacation and just doing different things. And I was telling her, like, you know, not to regret those things. And if it's any, whoever is out there under the sound of my voice, if you are now encountering a hard time and you lived a really comfortable life and you enjoyed your life and you bought yourself nice things, don't look back and regret those things, because first of all, you have those memories of being able to look back and be like, oh, at least I had a chance to go on vacation. At least I was able to do this. You have the memories of that, you know. You don't know if these next even though we're talking about being delusional, you don't know if these next couple of months are going to be really, really rough for you. And so don't waste your time regretting that time in your life, because I'm sure if you could go back and do it all over again, if you would have known that these times were about to approach, I'm sure you would have made different decisions. And so you got to forgive yourself for making a decision or for doing what you knew what was best when you didn't know anything else. And don't waste your time being regretful of those decisions. You know, life can change at the blink of an eye. And then also the reason why I'm saying that is because, y'all, I am very, very careful with, I've always been very conservative with my money. Not conservative, but very strategic and very responsible. And, you know, I've always been that way. I don't know any other way. But despite the fact that I've always been very strategic, I've always been very responsible with my money, you know, now here it is, we're in a situation where, you know, the sponsorships are not coming in the way that they used to. And so while you had a little bit of wiggle room, the wiggle room has, you know, maybe it went from a yardstick to an inch. And so despite the fact that I've always been extremely responsible financially, I've always done very, very well for myself. Here it is that, you know, someone who went out and enjoyed their life and did what they wanted to do, and now hard times have hit them, is no different from someone like me who did not go out and enjoy life, who did not spend my money the way that I would have wanted to. My money went on bills and things that I knew that were, to me, very, very important. But the bottom line is we're in the same place. And so I don't want you feeling bad and looking back like, damn, I shouldn't have did this, I shouldn't have did that. Because then on the other side of that is a person like me that said, I should have. If I would have known the shit was going to be real like this, girl, let me tell you something. If I would have known things was going to be like this, when I was really making a lot of money getting sponsorships and all of the things that was happening for me, y'all, I would have traveled so much more. I would have gone and did so much more. I would have experienced life so much more, but no one knew that these times were approaching. No one knew that the tariffs were coming. No one knew, you know, that things were just gonna be like this. And so the bottom line is, live your life, but don't live your life in regret, you know, because while you over there regretting all those gorgeous purses and vacations and all of the nice things that you did, I'm over here regretting the opposite. So what difference does it make? We literally ended up in the same place. And that's why I don't want you regretting the decisions that you made. But now that we know that, and now that we're both here and we're in the same place, it is time for us to be delusional. So I want you guys to literally dream the impossible dream. God is a God of suddenly. You know, you can wake up tomorrow morning and suddenly your life can be different. Suddenly, you know, things have turned around for you. You know, you guys, you have to know that that it's not the end for you. And despite the fact that I'm sitting here and I'm telling you guys this, y'all, I go through so many times of uncertainty, you know. And it's like the minute I start feeling myself getting worried and getting sad, guys, I swear to y'all, I immediately stop. I get my Bible out, baby. I cut off this TV. I cut off Miss Verizon, which is my cell phone. I literally shut the house down, guys. I shut my house down, and I get my journal and I go in my closet and I write and I pray that spirit of depression and that spirit of worry off of me. Because right now, I don't know any other way. And if we continue to look at what it looks like, oh my God, there are no jobs, there's no this. Like, I completely had to recalibrate my TikTok from having content like that. I don't want to see content like that. I don't want to see content that says there are no jobs and stuff like this. Or stuff like that. I don't want to see content like that. And I would strongly encourage that you guys do the same thing. This is not our first time going through something that's tough. Another thing that I think about when I start to get discouraged is like, y'all, guys, when my apartment burned down, y'all, I literally woke up with probably 5 minutes to spare. Like, I was literally the last living person that got out of that apartment building. And guys, that was nobody but God. So I feel like if God saved me and he spared my life and he woke me up at 4 something in the morning and woke me up and ordered my steps figuratively and literally to get out of that apartment, you know, I don't have room to have any doubt of what God can do. I just have to continuously remind myself if God can pull me wake me up in the midnight hour, order my steps figuratively and literally, and have some random firefighter pull me out of the fire, guys. When I was walking through the fire, figuratively speaking and literally speaking, guys. I literally walked down 4 flights. Let me see. I had 1, 2, 3 flights of stairs. I lived on the 3rd floor. I walked down 3 flights of stairs, and it was fire all around me. Fire behind me, on the side of me, and in front of me. And all I heard was somebody screaming, saying, "Give me your hand." And I just felt somebody grab my hand and literally pull me out of the fire without a burn. Not a burn on my face, my hands, nothing. I don't know how. It was nobody but God. And so right now, the best thing to be and the best place to be is out of the way and staying focused, stay delusional, stay in your Bible, stay in your lane, and stay in faith. Hey girls, welcome to the 3rd installment of Shop Your Closet. So girls, we are going to be doing the Hot Summer Nights edition. So these are going to be looks that you can wear on the weekend, or if you have something really nice planned during the week, you can come home, you can just take your work clothes off, throw these looks on. They are super easy. So we're going to start off with this really cute look. So I have had these pants forever. I've never worn these, guys. These are so gorgeous. I got these from ASOS, oh my God, like 3 years ago. Y'all also know that I love like a cinched waist, but what I decided to do was pair it with this really cute top. This is also from ASOS, but this top does come with another top. So I'm gonna style all of that together as well for my girlies that are just a little bit shy. All right, so this is the look with the shirt, with the clutch. Now guys, I love this clutch. Someone actually gifted this to me a couple of years ago, one of the fabulous bombshells. So I love this. I would just keep the look super clean because honestly, girl, the pants, The pants says it all. Yeah, I think this is a cute look. I think it is a showstopper only because of the pants and because they are so gorgeous and they just kind of, they're just a statement piece. I love that. But yeah, so if you want to be the talk of the town or the star of the show, this is going to be the outfit for you. But anyway, let me know how y'all feel about this look, and then we're going to be moving on to look number two. The second look is so cute. I freaking love this look. So y'all, when I'm putting these looks together, I try to make sure that these are things that I would actually wear myself. But I love this look. So this is giving a little bit of sexy, a little bit of classy. So I basically, girl, found this shirt literally at the back of the closet, girl, down to the closet, girl. These pants are from ASOS. They are so freaking cute. The only thing that I've actually ever worn with this look is this, well, not this look, I'm sorry. The only thing that I've actually ever worn that you guys see is this purse, literally. And again, this bag was from ASOS. So I wanted to keep this look like really light, really cute, really sophisticated. So guys, I paired these with a really cute pair of strappy sandals that I purchased from, say it together class, I purchased it from ASOS. You do not want to over accessorize these looks. You want to keep it super clean and simple because the pants are the statement piece. This look could work with any white sandal. I would do open toe with this only because you got part of your shoulder out and then you have part of it covered. You have a little bit of skin here. You have the wide flowy statement slack, and then you have these gorgeous open toe white shoes. But you know what I just thought about? You could actually do like a white pump if you wanted to, or you know, something nude, but you just want to keep the look on your feet as light and flowy as possible. So yes, girls, this is our second look. You guys let me know if you love this look as much as I do, and we're going to be moving on to look number 3. All right, girls, so this third look is so cute, so clean, so simple. So guys, basically this is a shirt that I picked up from ASOS. Super cute, asymmetrical, really pretty ruched satin top. And girl, this skirt was sent to me from Shein when I used to work with Shein, and I freaking love it. It's like a very fitted fishtail skirt. It is super long and it does have, you know, some stretch to it, but I just love how it kind of just flows all the way down. And so it's super easy to walk in. What I did is paired it with these really cute nude pumps. You guys know that I love my open toe nude pumps from where are these pumps from? J-Lo. When she used to, I don't even know if, does J-Lo still have a shoe line? But anyway, girl, so when she used to have a shoe line or whatever, so that's where the shoes are from. And of course, I would rock it with this bag. Y'all, this is just a really cute, clean, simple dinner look. I will wear this to a really nice dinner. With this look, I would keep it super clean and simple because because the shirt is basically the star of the show. And so because the shirt it's like cut on so many angles, so when you have a top like this, you don't want to overdo it with like extra jewelry. Yeah, I would probably throw on like a really pretty you know, a couple of gold bracelets or whatever, but for the most part I would keep this really simple. If you want a shirt like this, but of course you can't find something like this, I'm gonna be honest. What I would do, I would go to the local Goodwill, or I would go to my local thrift store, right? I would purchase a oversized camisole, and then I would recreate this look. And so basically all I would do is take the camisole and I would just cut one side of the camisole. I would then like cinch the back part of it off, or just, you know, sew it so it's more cropped or fitted in the back on the waistline. And then if you wanted to run, you know, a seam through the asymmetrical seam through the middle of the shirt, you could do something like that. And then, you know, just take the excess fabric and make you know, this ruching effect. But that's if you're a good seamstress. If not, you could just do the camisole, the oversized camisole, cut it off at an angle, pin it in the back or tie it in the back, and you could still have a look very similar to this. This is so, y'all, it is just really cute and simple and sophisticated. But anyway, girls, let me know if you like this look as much as I do. And now we're about to move on to our fourth and final look. All right, girls, this is the last and final look, and I'm not gonna lie, I love this, y'all. I feel so pretty, so feminine, so like delicate. Let's start with the top. So this top is from River Island again. Never been worn. It's been in the closet. I got this a couple of years ago when River Island was having a great sale. Y'all, this top is beautiful. So it has this really pretty pearl detail on it. I love it. Now you can tuck this type of top in, or you can actually do it the way that I did. It just depends on, you know, if you're comfortable or not. Now for a look like this, you can shop your local thrift store. They have a lot of vintage stuff that's like this, similar to this. I've seen a lot of it in Value Village, Value World, stores like, you know, stores like that or whatever. So you could do something really pretty like this. I love the fact that it's sheer. This skirt is a super soft, buttery, very lightweight vegan leather. And again, this is from River Island. River Island had a great sale a couple of years ago, so I did grab this. Y'all, this skirt fits so cute. You could probably get something similar to this if you wanted to shop, like, you know, you want a quick look similar to this. You could probably do something like this at Shein. But I love the fact that the quality of this faux leather, it feels real and it's so soft or whatever. And you don't have to do this particular fabric if you don't want to. You know, like it's hot in Houston, but you could get away with this because of the color and because it's not super heavy. This is a look that I will wear to dinner, or I would even wear something like this to brunch, to be honest with you. If it wasn't like super humid, like today is super humid in Houston. But anyway, if it was not like super humid outside, I would absolutely wear a look like this to a very sophisticated brunch. As far as the shoes, I would keep the shoe extremely clean and simple, again, because this shirt is very fancy. The shirt is the star of the show. You want to keep your accessories clean and simple. I did the really cute earrings with this, but I would probably, again, add, you know, a few thin little dainty bracelets because this is a very thin feminine look. But you guys let me know what your favorite look was. But this is going to conclude, I think this is, what is this? This is the third installment of Shop Your Closet. But anyway, y'all, tell me if you guys enjoy these segments. I got a lot of good feedback the last time we did this, but let me know if you enjoy these segments, and then we can keep this going, because I'm gonna be honest, this is like some of my favorite content to make. All right, girls, I am exhausted. I have literally been over here working all day for you girls, just trying to put this, you know, shop your closet thing together. Initially, I was gonna do like the, they had like the new kind of winter or fall colors, like the creams, the beige, but I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like how anything looked on me. So I had to restyle all of those looks, you know, everything that we showed in the last segment. I literally had to style all that stuff at the last minute, pull it together. But anyway, we got it done, okay? I don't know if there's anybody out there that tend to put blame on themselves and beat yourself up. I was listening to this guy on TikTok, like while I was editing my thumbnail, and he was talking about, don't be so quick to try to jump out here and figure out why a person is mad at you, why a person is not talking to you. You sitting up blaming yourself, like, what did I do? Did I do something? Did I say something? Because a lot of times that stuff has nothing to do with you. That's number one. However, when people pick up on the fact that you struggle with self-blame, they will absolutely use that as a manipulation tactic. And so while you're over there trying to figure out, did you say something wrong? Did you do something wrong? You know, did you do something they didn't like? Whatever. They're looking at it like, well, shit, you know, she blaming herself or whatever. So, you know, I can use this. And so what'll happen is, as that relationship goes on, friendship goes on or whatever, they will be able to kind of dump stuff on you because they know that you're always blaming yourself. And so if that's something that you struggle with, try to, you know, work that thing out between you, Jesus, God, and Chat GPT. But for God's sakes, do not be out here, you know, just, I guess, like in the wilderness with your armor off, if that makes any sense. Like, you know, and it's in a sense, it's like, I hate to give advice like this, but I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like right now, I don't care, like if you're a very kind person, you're a very generous person, girl, everybody out here trying to get it, and they trying to get whatever they can get and get whoever they can get. And so it's like you have to go out in the world with you know, your armor on, and that armor being, you know, being a little bit more watchful, being a little bit more protective of yourself, you know, not being so open and quick to, you know, kind of deal with people, and also just building those friendships and those relationships or whatever. Don't be so quick to try to figure out what's wrong, because again, it probably don't have nothing to do with you anyway. People are going through it right now. That, and then when I talk about blame, and this is going to be so important. In fact, I wish that I would have been able to talk about this when the video first started. Guys, if you were in a relationship, or you got divorced, or you were with somebody and they left the relationship, and you are so hurt and you don't understand why, I get it, it does hurt. Or even if you walked away from the relationship and you know, whoever you were with, they got with somebody immediately. Unfortunately, a lot of times that relationship that they jumped into was already in the process. That's number one. But for my girlies out there, if you've gone through a breakup or a divorce, and the person you were with initiated it, and then they immediately ended up with someone else, understand, like I said, that probably was already going on. But it's sad, but what I need you to know that's more important than all of that is that anything built on quicksand will not last. And I'm telling you now, and it's like, I have seen a quicksand relationship. I've literally seen a relationship built while this person was in a marriage. This person was in a marriage, and then somebody else came along and he left the marriage and got with this new person. And baby, when I tell you that, you know, and this isn't a figuratively speaking, it's like they built a house that was made out of cement, but the cement and the foundation in which the house sat on was quicksand. And so, you know, the fact that this person was so eager and ready to jump up out of that marriage and get with the new person, he got with the new person. But when I tell you that shit is crumbling, and then also a lot of women also struggle with like, oh my God, I helped this guy. I did this for him. I helped him get his credit good, and he bought a house and he left, and I helped him do this and I helped him do that. Understand that if you give a 12-year-old keys to a Lamborghini, they not gonna know how to drive it. Okay, understand that. And what I mean by that is, yeah, you helped that fool get his credit right. Yeah, you know, that credit probably had more damn holes in it than Swiss cheese, girl. So yeah, you helped him get the credit right. Yeah, you did what you had to do to help him get this house, maybe not financially, but intellectually, which weighs just as much as finances. You know, you used your intellectual wherewithal to help somebody get up another level or whatever it is. However, understand, if you had to do all of that work to help this person get to where they got to, they not gonna be able to maintain it. Okay, understand that unless he go out and find a dummy or somebody else that's willing to help him, then he's not going to be able to keep it up. And I'm not wishing bad on anyone, and I'm only saying he because I only date men. So this not no male bashing session, but I'm just telling you from the things that I've experienced from the things that I've experienced and the things that I've witnessed. Okay. I'm telling you, anything built on quicksand is not gonna work. Anything that you did to help somebody build something, if that person is lazy and they don't want to put in the intellectual labor of whatever it is, and you did everything, it's not gonna last. Especially if that person intentionally stayed around, benefited from you, jumped the gun or jumped ship, and then went on to have all of these things. And I just feel like people who manipulate people or do things or intentionally hurt people, and you know, those things, they never last. A lot of times when people, you know, seek you out to help them and do stuff, but they're seeking you out in a sense of trying to be romantic with you. So instead of just saying, hey, I know you good at this, can you help me? Why do all of that? You know what I'm saying? Why go through the motions of trying to be in a relationship with this person just to mislead them, just simply because you needed help? And so that's why I keep saying that those foundations crumble, because the way that you came into it wasn't right. You didn't have the best intentions. But anyway, girl, I'm gonna get off my soapbox as far as that is concerned. And then, girl, y'all, last but not least, girl, y'all. So the other night when we was down to the pool, we did episode 3, season 3. No, it was season 3, episode 2 of Down to the Pool. Girl, y'all, why did my neighbors upstairs have a party? It was literally like almost like a block party here in my apartment complex. It was like everybody was partying. And I was like, shit, if you can't beat them, join them, girl. So basically, I cut my music on and I started dancing. Y'all know I be trying to dance and stuff. Y'all know I be trying to dance and stuff. I am going to ask that you guys, all of the bombshells, everybody in Bombshell Nation, you guys join me in basically exiting. We're going to dance our way out of this vlog. Y'all remember when we used to do that, guys? Remember we used to dance our way out of vlogs? And so for old time's sake, I'm just asking all of the bombshells in Bombshell Nation that you guys come together. Y'all get up and y'all are going to dance y'all way out of this vlog. I just want to say I just love you guys so much. Thank you guys for always sending me so many positive words of encouragement, being so positive in the comment section. You guys are amazing. And I don't even know, I could say I don't know what I did to deserve y'all, but you know what, I'm not gonna say that, because anything good and everything good that is coming to me and to you, we all deserve. So I know exactly what I did to deserve y'all. But anyway, girls, let me go ahead on and roll the clip. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Wait a minute, girl. Okay, I know I said I know I said I was about to roll that beautiful bean footage, but I wanted to come back and say this really quick. Y'all, the other night when I just decided, like, you know, it was no point in, you know, trying to call the y'all know how you have the service team or the off, I think it's like the off-duty police officer or whatever. The other night was literally like the first night that I was like, you know what, I can't beat these guys, so I might as well join them. Like normally, y'all know I be peeping out the window, making little jokes or getting mad or whatever, but like literally it was like the first time, you know, that I really just threw my hands up and I surrendered. And I'm like, hey, it's nothing I'm gonna be able to do. I can't beat these guys. You know, it wasn't just one party. It was parties like all around me, at the top, on I think these guys over here, across. I mean, it was just a big party. I don't know what was going on, but anyway, I digress. It was literally the first time in years where I just surrendered. You know what I'm saying? And when I surrendered and I'm like, I'm just gonna dance and have fun too, girl, it just felt so good. You know what I'm saying? And so I just wanted to come back and say, if there is anything that you're battling with or whatever it is, I just think like sometimes you just have to surrender. You know, it's like if you can't beat them, join them. Sometimes you're just gonna have to surrender. But when I talk about surrendering, yeah, I surrendered and I partied and I had an amazing time, even though it was just me and the camera, or me and you guys party, laughing and, well, dancing and partying. When I say just surrender, like I've also decided that I would just surrender from being stressed out, like, oh my gosh, how am I gonna get my car fixed? How is this gonna happen? What, you know, what's gonna happen with this? Y'all, I have literally surrendered. And when I tell you I have a peace that surpasses all understanding, y'all know that saying, God will give you a peace that surpasses all understanding. I think that's the way that it goes. I'm just, you know, I just wanted to come back and say, girls, sometimes you just have to surrender. You know, you just have to surrender to the stress and just, you know, give it to God. And you never know where God is going to take you. Last but not least, when you pray, don't waste your dreams on small things. You know, pray big, dream big. You know, of course, you want to work hard. You want to put in the work. You want to give up distractions. If you know you're dealing with distractions and you don't know how to get rid of it, pray about it. Pray about everything and try not to worry about anything. But anyway, I'm actually done, but I'm gonna go head on and roll that beautiful bean footage. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next vlog.
Baby girl, baby girl, baby girl. Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shake and dance in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Is that your bestie? I'ma ice both of y'all like Gretzky. I'ma at you like bless me. Hit the dance floor, get nasty, impress me.
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl. Shake and dance in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah.
Is that your bestie? I'ma ice both of y'all like Gretzky. I'ma at you like bless me. Hit the dance floor, get nasty, impress me.
Never have a chance.